What's going on, YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another FFBE War of the Visions video, and finally, I've got a Nagnarock to +5. We're going to go over all the details you need to know about how to make it, the best Nagnarock you can, how to maximize your stats, what are sills, how are these hammers used, and much more. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so for today's video, we're going to be looking at how to maximize your equipment in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius War of the Vision to make sure you get those stat ups that you really want and make the weapons so you can be stronger in PvP and other aspects of the game, because I know a lot of people have been asking me that. And what we have here today is the Final Fantasy Tactics weapon Nagnarock at a +5. I know, I've been saying I'm not going to make a +5 for the past week, and here you go, Claic, you made a +5? What are you doing? Well, I decided to let RNG take the wheel, and we just rolled it. This weapon right here can roll Assault, Magic, or Vital as its type here, and 1 in 3 chance that I just let it go. If you guys don't understand anything that I'm talking about right now, it's because this equipment system is super complicated. I would highly suggest you guys to go ahead and go over to my past YouTube videos on equipment, watch those, understand what this tier system means, understand what Awakening and the type system and what that actually does for you before watching this video, because it's going to get a bit complicated for you guys if you don't know the basics. But there will be a quality of life that happens later on where you can actually take the daughter weapon. So essentially, to make a +5, you got to fuse all the way up, and you guys will get into that and understand how mind-numbingly bad that is. But you can actually choose from the very bottom Assault and keep choosing it as you move up when you make one, and essentially allows you to make sure that you get Assault. It assures you what type that you want. But that's in a quality of life down the road that JP got. Unsure when Global is going to get it, but it was put in a post. So that's all I wanted to say on that. So we got lucky on stream. We rolled our Nagnarock from 2 +4s, and we ended up getting Assault. And now our goal is to make sure we roll this weapon up to the best that it can be, the highest attack it can be, to use it on my Ramza. I'm going to be using it on my Ramza. But let's say you rolled that +5. You said, screw it, I'm not waiting for the quality of life. I got to be stronger. I'm losing in PvP. You roll it and you get Vital, or you get Magic, and you really wanted Assault. What you're going to want to do is the game allows you to dismantle a weapon. So you're not completely screwed. You don't have to make a whole entirely new +5. You want to head over and find your, let's say your Nagnarock that rolled wrong, or any weapon that rolled wrong, and you want to select it. You want to go to Dismantle here, and that's just on the main screen for equipment. You want to click Dismantle. You want to go to your weapon. So I'm going to click my Lionheart because we'll use that as an example. You click Dismantle, and then you can, before you click Dismantle, again, you got to click it twice, click Confirm Materials. You're going to see what exactly it's going to give you back. So you can see here that I have a, let's see what it is, a Lionheart +3, level 10. If we go to Dismantle, Confirm Materials, I am getting back the Cloudy Sap used to make it. I'm getting back the Awakening books that I used on that weapon, which we'll get into that in a minute. So that +3 weapon, I'm getting back my Sorrowful Hearts that I used. What I do not get back is a recipe. So you are going to have extra recipes if you end up dismantling to keep building up your weapon and get that perfect roll that you wanted. As far as the actual weapon type, there's another way to do it if you're talking about stats. If you look here, though, it did take me 2 +2s to make a Lionheart +3, right? At these +2s, I also had to have them awaken once and up to level 20. If you look, these Lionhearts don't say anything about being awakened, and they don't say anything about being level 20. And that is because I will not receive these Lionhearts awakened and leveled up. I will receive these Lionhearts +2 at level 0, 1 star. And I will have to reawaken them and then put them back together again to make the next level that I wanted, which is the +3. So I took the 2 +2, awakened them, leveled up, make the +3. So you will not get the books back. So that's the only downside. If you get a +5 that you don't like right now before the quality of life, and you want to break it down with 2 +4s like here, and you put it back together, you can do that, but you're going to have to awaken those sons of guns over again with those books. So that could be a problem for you. But you do get the books back on the current item that you're trying to break down. So as I said, this thing right here that I'm actually breaking down and dismantling is awakened once. It's level 10, so I will get that back. So that's very important. So now we've reached the point where we've rolled our perfect +5 or whatever weapon you want to stay with, and it's time to start getting those stats up. And most of the time, if you're rolling for a mage or somebody to use magic, you want the magic up. If you're rolling for somebody that's physical, we want the physical up. So in this case, it's going to be somewhat random. So in other games like Epic 7 or Summoner's War, their equipment, their runes, all roll random stats. Even going back to our Diablo days, we'd pick up equipment, look at it. If it had bad stats, we'd move on. It's kind of like that in this game. As you roll up, it does not guarantee you to fill this attack up or magic up as we go. It's going to be somewhat of an RNG fest. We can control it a little bit. The game gives us some tools to do that, but it is going to be an RNG fest. And you may be going back to a weapon like Excalibur and saying, hey, Claic, I leveled this bad boy up, and look, it leveled up all its stats. And yes, it did. That's what makes Excalibur and the weapons that you get from the shop amazing. those weapons, all they have to be is leveled up. There's no awakening. There's no re-rolling these stats or rolling these stats or these weapon types. None of that's there. And that's why it makes Excalibur the best. But they are very, very unique in that aspect. They will do that. None of the other weapons will. When we get into crafting, it won't be like that. And that's what we're looking at with the Nagnarock +5. You could take your Nagnarock +5 and roll it up. Assault, it could be Assault, and your friends could be Assault. You roll it up, you will have different stats, almost guaranteed to have different stats. And the reason that happens like that is because when you level up, the game will randomly either award +1 to the stat. So it could be like +1 HP, +1 attack, +1 magic, and we'll call that the pity roll because it's a lower roll. Or you can roll a bonus roll, which will be the big boy stats, like +3, +4. You know, that's how you're going to reach those higher end attack ratings, right? So that's what you have to hope for when you're re-rolling this equipment, is that you roll those higher end ones, you roll those bonus rolls into attack, you get really lucky, and it's awesome. Well, you're already off to a great start because Assault means you're going to roll more attack, it's a higher chance. Magic means you're going to roll more magic, and Vital means, you know, HP is going to go up a little bit better. So depending on what you want, you know, this is really going to help you out in those bonus rolls. The next step are these Dwarven Hammers. You've probably been looking at these Dwarven Hammers and thinking, what do they do? How can they really help me out? So each individual item can be used, 10 Dwarven Hammers, as you can see down here, it says left 10 out of 10, can be used to max out, or not max out, but increase some of these stats of the item. So if I go to here to attack and I use one, boom, you can see that it went up +3, and it actually has the amount it puts up down there. So if I wanted to, you know, I could just put a bunch of attack hammers into it, and that'd be great. That's not exactly how you want to do it, though, right? Back before I had my stream today, I did believe that maybe blocking out HP, like, so if I went down here to HP hammers and used them, and blocked out, right, I used 3 of them, and now my HP is maxed, that means the weapon can't roll HP anymore, right? Which means my attack is going to go up even higher. If I go through here and put up, block out my evade, block out my accuracy, you know, I can't get the magic blocked out, I don't have enough hammers or hammers left. I thought that was great. That's what we should do. That actually isn't what you want to do, because all that is doing for you is having the stat, that pity roll, be a higher chance to roll into attack. Because if it rolls the pity roll on HP, let's say, for example, and it can't give that +1, it will move it to another stat for you, more than likely attack on assault, right? And then you get that +1. And through that math that is on a spreadsheet, I'll link down below, a ton of information, you will get an average of about 8.5 pluses if you max out, let's say, HP here. So it's going to cost us 3 hammers, right? So it costs us 3 hammers to max out HP. We're going to get 8.5. That's average luck if we get the +1 pity roll going into attack. But think about that for a minute. 3 hammers is actually 9 attack on using 3 attack hammers. So why would I take the chance of only averagely getting less than what I'd get with the hammers on attack? So overall, I had to debunk myself. My chat had to help me debunk me on the fact that you want to save the hammers till the end. Knocking out these stats really don't help you in the long run. Maybe a little bit, but they don't help with the bonus roll. And that's really what we're shooting for here. So we're going to wait and save our hammers to the end to really give our stats the best chance we have of being a high attack roll. So now that we got hammers out of the way and how exactly that works, we're going to be moving into one more specific thing the game has that can help you, and that are sills. So you've probably seen some sills. You've gotten them you know, throughout the game, through arena or through the farming of the new book stages and stuff like that, the equipment farming, and you're asking yourself, what do sills do? Well, you can use 3 different sills per level, but essentially you only want to use one type of sill, in my opinion, unless you really want to max out 2 different stats really hard. But essentially, using a sill per level will allow your better chances to get that bonus roll, that big +3, that big +4. So every time you level up, so, you know, go from 1 to 10, it's going to be 9. So if I click on this, I can use 1 per level. That is going to increase my odds of getting that bonus roll on that stat, right? So if I'm wanting to roll assault and I'm going to want to use attack, I need enough sills to max level it, and every time I level, I use a seal to increase my chances of getting that attack up. So they're essentially there. I've heard they're not the best. I heard they don't give that much, but I'm going to use it to give me any chance I can of making sure I get that attack roll bonus and make sure I get more attack on my weapon, because in the end, I want the highest attack I can. So when you're going into leveling up your weapon, like I'm going to in a minute, you want to make sure that you have enough seals to cover all of your levels to make sure you can maximize that attack bonus up. All right, so if you didn't know, this is my first time experimenting I'm streaming while I'm making this video. So everybody's watching me, everybody's got their eyes on me, but I wanted to make sure that I could share this with my stream and with you guys on YouTube. So now comes the fun part. We're actually rolling up my Nagnarock in an attempt to get maximum attack. And if we don't like our rolls, there is a little bit of a way that we can fix that and re-roll again for, you know, benefits, you know, at least try it. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to max out here. So we're going to use some of our ore here to get it to level 10. We're going to hit enhance. We're going to go to attack. And we're going to make sure we use 9 of them, 1 for each level, but it does it automatically for you. And we're going to begin enhancement. Boost attacks up success rate. Heck yes, dude. We really want that. And we use too much experience. I think I'm good on that. Ooh, okay. Let's see where the bonus rolls went. Plus 29 into attack, plus 15 into magic, and I didn't even see what the HP was, but that was pretty good. 37 is pretty good on the assault roll, and again, I've heard a lot of people talking about doing it one at a time. That way you can see exactly where the bonus roll is going into, but in the end, I don't think it changes anything. So now we're going to awaken. You can see that I have enough awakening books to keep going, and we're going all the way to level 50. You know, I don't know. Just please just be good. Because the alternate route is going to suck. So now we're going from, as you can see, we're going from level 10 to level 20. So that's going to be 10 books needed, or 10 sills, excuse me, needed. So we got our 10 sills. Begin enhancement, attack rate up. Yes, go ahead, roll that stuff. Ooh. 26 up to 63. We're up to 63 now. We can see that evade and accuracy are capped out. We can see that HP and magic have gotten a little bit of something, but not too much. Not too worried about that. Next awakening. This is a 3-star awakening here. Let's see. Max out, enhance, and if you guys might be wondering where I got all this stuff, right, to be using, I've been farming that book stage for swords for like ever, for the past week, and I highly suggest you do it. It is one of the best farming things. You get seals, you get awakening books, you get equipment experience, you also get vision card experience in there. It is absolutely bonkers. I would be doing that. That's the best thing to farm in the game. For me, it's the best thing. So here we go again, leveling up one more time. Level 30, baby. 32, 95. So about halfway there. We get 20 more levels, and we're at 95 out of 162. I think it's been pretty good so far, honestly. I'm not too upset so far. We'll see what happens here at the end. I'm really hoping to at least get 145. Sounds weird to have that number, but I'll be happy with 145, and then I won't re-roll it. So I don't even think I can re-roll it. We'll talk about it in a minute, but I'm going to need more stills if I want to do that. So we're going to go ahead and attack rate up again, going up to 40. Let's see where we're at. 129! Woo! 34, baby! Oh my gosh! Okay, 34 added to that. That was big. That was big right there. Dude, this feels like I'm playing a gacha. Like, I know I'm playing a gacha game, but how am I playing a gacha game inside of a gacha game talking about equipment right now? I don't know. I'm having fun, but I can see where it wouldn't be fun if it was like, you got +6 attack. Haha. Hee. You like your +6 attack? You like that? No. Anyway, this is our last chance here to get the maximum attack that we can get. So here we go. Again, if you were wanting to get magic up, you'd be using magic seals and you'd be using a magic type weapon. That's the only difference. Last roll. Here we go. What's it gonna be? Where we dropping, boys? 148. Okay, 148. We maxed out magic, which is whatever. This is going on Ramza, so I'm fine with the 56 magic capped out. 148. Astounding. What am I missing here, guys? I'm missing 14 attack. I think I can live with that. And it's not over yet, because guess what? We have our hammers to help us max out the weapon, right? Because we haven't used our 10 dwarven hammers yet to max out. I think I got extremely lucky. Let's check it. So now we can use our hammers. So we've already rolled everything, and we're okay with it. Once you decide you're okay with it, that's when you want to use hammers. Do not use seals or hammers unless you're okay with the weapon. You're going to be using it for a long time, okay? So we're going to use our attack up here. Boom, 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 boom. Max. We got a max attack and max freaking magic sword. Amazing. If I want to max out the HP, I would, but you remember, chat and YouTube, you only get the stat up from a piece of equipment, the highest piece one. So let's say this sword right here has 38 HP and my armor has 500. The 30 ain't gonna be 538 HP I get the highest stat total from a single piece of armor or piece of equipment, right? So if I have a sword and it gives me 500 attack, and then I put an accessory on that gives me 600, I don't get 1,100 attack. I get 600 attack. The accessory beats the sword. So I'm not gonna max out that HP. Strictly speaking, because I'll have other equipment that is going to give me more HP than that I plan to have on him. So I'm going to be okay with that. I'm going to leave my dwarven hammers at 5. I'm going to go and enhance here. And then I'm going to be happy that I made a really strong Nagnarock +5. Okay, so we're good on that. So our Nagnarock ended up being amazing. The next step is, let's say you're not lucky like me. Let's say that you had a really bad time. It rolled crap attack, even with hammers. It's like 100. I don't know how that happens, but hey, it could. And you hate it. Do I have to dismantle it? Do I have to... what do I do to change that? Well, there is a thing in the shop that you guys can get that really helps you with doing that. We're going to head over to the King Mog shop here. You can buy them, but we also have been giving them from events. It's going to be this resmithing hammer. So we're going to go down to PvP or Arena, or it's in both. And you're going to have to pick yourself up a smithing hammer. I already have 6, so the game has provided me with some. When you use this on an item, so we use this on our +5 that we just made, an item required to reset an equipment item stats. Any ores or dwarven hammers used to enhance the equipment will not be recovered in the stat reset. If I use this on an item, it will take my +5 fully awakened Nagnarock, put it back to level 1. I won't get my dwarven hammers back. I will not get my enhancing, my experience ores back that I use, but I will be able to re-roll it. So it just takes it back down. You don't lose your books. You don't lose your awakening. This is just kind of like the reset button to go back and try again. So this is an option for you guys out there, so you don't think that it's ruined. It's ruined forever. You had some bad luck. There are ways to reset it and go back at it again. But overall, this is an extremely complicated system. It will get better over time, I'm assuming, with these quality of life changes. But best of luck out there on making a Nagnarock, guys. I highly suggest making this weapon. It costs less to awaken, less to make. First off, it's a very strong weapon, period. But it actually, with the event that goes along with it, with how strong the item is, and it costs less to really get up there to +5 and strong. I highly suggest at least farming the mats for it now and making it later, or make it now if you want RNG to take the wheel. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below with any questions you guys have, because this is super complicated. I'll do my best to answer them, but there will be in the link to a spreadsheet in the description below. I highly suggest you guys check that out. Subscribe to me here on YouTube for future videos. Follow me on my Twitch channel. Hi, Twitch chat, twitch.tv/Claic Yuzolt, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.